Got it done there. Long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Start on the ground with Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the slot man goes in motion left. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. This complete to Lockett. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Ball again on 2nd down. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Quick throw to Olave. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The kick is good.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Lions nothing.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete to Wright. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's got some space here. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On play action, Rodgers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The pass caught by Olave. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Josh Gordon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
21, Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 9 now. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So Charles there on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on him.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Rodgers going to throw. Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Got an open man. It's Olave. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And no one open. He'll just tuck it and go down. And off defensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. This is Swift on the counter. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Olave holds it in. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a 1st down.
didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Ball again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Rodgers. Being chased out left.
This one taken in by Olave.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Breece Hall, the ball carrier. If he too now comfortable on the 2 goal. First and goal, Carolina.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Josh Gordon with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd down, Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He completes this to Sutton.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch your team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Panthers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one. Well, trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
and the defense loses him. It's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Rodgers looking to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Rodgers now on first down.
This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Julian Okwara.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
A